Adam. Adam is the first angel and one of Earth's two seeds of life, entities sent by the first ancestral race to populate planets with living beings. Adam's original purpose was to create the angels, a higher divine species meant to inherit Earth. However, another seed of life, Lilith, also arrived on Earth. According to the established rules of creation, only one seed can occupy a planet, so Adam was put into dormancy, while Lilith began forming life. Millions of years later, Adam was discovered frozen beneath Antarctica by the Katsuragi expedition. Scientists attempted to study and reactivate it, but the experiment triggered a catastrophic energy release known as the second impact. This explosion vaporized most of Antarctica, caused global climate shifts, and wiped out half of the human population. After the event, Adam was reduced to an embryonic state. The embryo was retrieved and delivered to Gendo Ikari, who secretly fused it with his own hand. His intention was to use Adam's power to trigger third impact, a human-controlled evolution event. Near the end of the series, Gendo attempts to merge Adam with Rei Ayanami, hoping to unite human and divine life forms. However, Rei rejects him and fuses with Lilith instead. This act reunites the two seeds of life, showing Adam's essence briefly in the ghostly image of Kaworu Nagisa, the 17th angel. In the manga version, Adam's embryo is swallowed by Gendo rather than absorbed through his hand. His fate after the failed third impact remains unknown. Lilith. Lilith is the second angel and the source of humanity, also called the Lilin. Like Adam, Lilith was sent by the first ancestral race, but its purpose was to create a different form of life. When Lilith crash-landed on Earth billions of years ago, the impact created the moon and became known as the first impact. Because Adam was already present, both seeds could not coexist, so Adam was sealed away. Lilith's life force spread through the planet, giving rise to all carbon-based organisms, plants, animals, and eventually humans. This established Lilith's descendants, humanity, as the dominant life form rather than the angels. In the modern era, Lilith is kept deep beneath Nerve headquarters in a location called Terminal Dogma. There, it is crucified on a massive red cross with a white mask featuring 7 eyes, a symbol of divine awareness. Its blood, known as LCL, is the orange liquid that fills Evangelion entry plugs and acts as the primordial soup from which all Lilin originated. Lilith serves as the genetic basis for Evangelion Unit 01, which was built using its DNA rather than atoms. This distinction gives Unit 01 a unique connection to humanity and explains why it behaves differently from the other Evangelions derived from Adam. Sahaquiel. Sahaquiel is the third angel and the first to attack Earth following the second impact. It emerges from the ocean near Tokyo 3, heading directly toward the city. Sahaquiel has a tall, humanoid body, long arms, and a skeletal mask-like face. Its red core, located in the chest, serves as both its power source and its primary weakness. Sahaquiel's defining ability is its AT field, a powerful energy barrier that deflects all conventional weapons. It can also emit energy blasts from its hands and possesses strong regenerative capabilities. During the battle, Evangelion Unit 01 is launched to intercept it for the first time. Despite severe damage, Sahaquiel quickly adapts and regenerates, even growing a second face mid-battle. When Unit 01's power runs low, it goes berserk, breaking free from control. In this state, it brutally destroys Sahaquiel's limbs and smashes through its core. As a final act, Sahaquiel wraps itself around the Eva and self-destructs in a massive explosion, though Unit 01 survives. This battle demonstrates both the destructive potential of the angels and the terrifying, uncontrollable power of the Evangelions. Shamshel. Shamshel is the fourth angel and appears 3 weeks after Sahaquiel's defeat. It descends from the sky and attacks Tokyo 3 with incredible speed. Unlike the humanoid Sahaquiel, Shamshel's body is serpentine and insect-like, with a segmented, worm-like shape. It can alternate between flying and standing forms, making it extremely agile in combat. Its main weapons are 2 glowing energy whips that extend from its arms. These tentacles can slice through buildings and armored surfaces, even damaging Evangelion armor. The angel's core is located in its torso and protected by an intense AT field. During the fight, Shinji Ikari, piloting Unit 01, struggles to break through the angel's defenses. Shamshel cuts the Eva's power cable, limiting the fight to 5 minutes. Despite being ordered to retreat, Shinji charges forward, grabs the angel's tentacles, and drives his progressive knife into its core. Both combatants are immobilized as the Eva's power runs out, but the knife penetrates deep enough to kill Shamshel. Shamshel's remains later provide Nerve with valuable biological samples, marking the first time a mostly intact angel body is recovered for research. Ramiel. Ramiel is the fifth angel and among the most dangerous encountered by Nerv. It takes the form of a giant blue octahedron, two pyramids joined base to base that hover silently above the city. This geometric shape makes it nearly invulnerable to attack, and its AT field is one of the strongest ever recorded. Ramiel's offensive weapon is a high-intensity particle beam capable of vaporizing anything instantly. When it detects movement, it fires with perfect precision, melting armor and destroying any target within seconds. During its assault, it also extends a drill-like appendage downward, attempting to bore through Tokyo 3's surface to reach the Geofront, Nerv's underground base. Standard weapons fail completely, so Nerv initiates Operation Yashima, a last resort plan. The entire electrical grid of Japan is rerouted to power a positron sniper cannon, which Unit 01 uses to fire from long range. The first shot is intercepted by Ramiel's beam, causing both to neutralize each other. The Angel retaliates, nearly destroying the Eva, but Shinji holds position behind a heat shield and fires again. The second shot pierces Ramiel's core, destroying it moments before its drill reaches Nerv's command center. Gaghiel. Gaghiel is the sixth angel and the first to battle primarily in the ocean. Its design resembles a massive aquatic predator, with sharp teeth, a long body, and fins that allow high-speed movement underwater. It is several times larger than an Evangelion, roughly comparable in size to a battleship. Gaghiel attacks during the United Nations Pacific Fleet's mission to transport Evangelion Unit 02 and a sealed embryo of Adam. The angel is drawn to this embryo, suggesting a biological link between the two. Emerging from the depths, it destroys numerous ships using its powerful jaws and body, before targeting the fleet's central carrier. Asuka Langley Soryu, piloting Unit 02 for the first time, with Shinji Ikari assisting, engages Gaghiel without proper underwater equipment. The angel traps the Eva in its mouth, preventing escape. Acting quickly, Misato Katsuragi devises a strategy. Two battleships are forced into Gaghiel's open jaws, and their self-destruct systems are activated simultaneously. The explosions occur directly against its exposed core, killing the angel instantly. This victory marks both the first oceanic battle and the debut of Asuka and Shinji's teamwork, though their coordination remains unstable. Israfel. Israfel is the seventh angel and one of the most complex to defeat due to its ability to split into two independent bodies. Its design is humanoid, with a sleek, mask-like face marked by a yin-yang symbol representing duality. When divided, the two halves, called Israfel Alpha and Israfel Beta, each retain a functioning core, and if not destroyed simultaneously, they can regenerate one another. When Israfel attacks Tokyo 3, Asuka and Shinji are deployed, but act independently. Asuka slices the angel in half, unknowingly triggering its division. The two halves overwhelm both pilots, defeating their units easily. After a failed military bombing attempt, Nerv discovers the angel will recover within 6 days. Dr. Ritsuko Akagi proposes a synchronized attack requiring both pilots to match movements and timing perfectly. To achieve this, Shinji and Asuka undergo a strict synchronization exercise disguised as a dance routine. When Israfel reappears, the pilots execute their plan flawlessly, forcing the two halves to merge and exposing both cores simultaneously. Their synchronized strike destroys both at once, finally eliminating the angel. Sandalphon. Sandalphon is the eighth angel, discovered deep inside an active volcano in a larval embryonic state. It is initially encased in a cocoon-like structure and resembles a small humanoid embryo. Scientists observe it developing inside molten rock, indicating it can survive extreme heat. To prevent it from maturing, Nerv deploys Asuka in Unit 02, fitted with specialized heat-resistant armor and cooling systems. The plan is to capture the angel before it fully awakens. However, during the retrieval, Sandalphon hatches prematurely. It rapidly transforms into a fish-like adult form with fins, multiple eyes, and a large mouth adapted for high-temperature environments. The newly awakened angel attacks, melting Asuka's equipment and forcing her to improvise. When her weapons fail, Shinji drops his progressive knife from above, allowing her to pierce Sandalphon's core. She floods its body with coolant, causing internal crystallization and death. Sandalphon is notable for being the only angel discovered before reaching maturity, showing that angels can evolve and develop over time like living organisms. Matarael. Matarael is the ninth angel, notable for its spider-like appearance and corrosive chemical attacks. It has a small central body supported by 4 extremely long legs that allow it to move over buildings and terrain with ease. Its most distinct feature is the numerous eyes across its body, though most are false markings designed to confuse sensors. The real eye, which doubles as its core, is located underneath its body. Matarael attacks Tokyo 3 during a citywide power outage, later revealed to be caused by sabotage. With all systems down, NERV cannot deploy the Evangelions automatically, forcing Shinji, Asuka, and Rei to reach the surface manually. As the angel positions itself above the geofront, it releases streams of highly corrosive acid that burn through the city's armor and begin melting toward headquarters. The pilots climb through maintenance tunnels to reach Matarael. However, the acid forces them to drop their weapons and retreat. Acting quickly, Asuka leads the operation. She distracts the angel, while Rei retrieves a rifle. Once Rei passes the weapon to Shinji, he takes aim and fires repeatedly at Matarael's exposed weak point. Sustained fire destroys its eye core, killing the angel instantly. Matarael is the only angel destroyed using conventional ballistic weapons, highlighting how human improvisation can succeed when technology fails. Sahaquiel. Sahaquiel is the 10th angel, a massive celestial organism that appears in low Earth orbit. It has a large, distorted body with 3 eye-like markings and multiple arm-like extensions. Unlike other angels that approach directly, Sahaquiel's strategy is unique. It tries to crash into Earth to cause an extinction-level event. The angel first disables communications worldwide using its AT field, preventing NERV from coordinating responses. Attempts to destroy it with N2 bombs fail, as the explosions cannot penetrate its barrier. Sahaquiel then begins dropping fragments of its own body like bombs, testing its accuracy until it prepares a final plunge aimed directly at Tokyo 3. To intercept it, NERV deploys all 3 Evangelions simultaneously. As Sahaquiel descends through the atmosphere, Unit 01 positions itself directly below it, while Rei in Unit 00 works to neutralize its AT field. Asuka in Unit 02 then coordinates the final strike. When the angel reaches near ground level, Unit 01 catches its massive body, halting its fall through sheer force, while Unit 02 drives a progressive knife into its core. The combined effort destroys Sahaquiel seconds before impact. Sahaquiel's battle demonstrates both the global scale of angel threats and the pilot's increasing teamwork under crisis. Ireul. Ireul is the 11th angel, and it differs drastically from all previous encounters. Instead of a massive creature, Ireul is a microscopic, virus-like entity that infiltrates NERV headquarters directly. It spreads by multiplying at the cellular level, forming metallic patterns resembling circuitry as it evolves. Despite its size, it possesses a powerful AT field and a form of intelligence that allows it to hack systems. The infection begins in the Pribnow box, a controlled testing area inside NERV. At first, it appears to be corrosion on the walls, but analysis reveals its living nature. Standard sterilization attempts fail. Lasers and ozone gas only make it stronger as Ireul adapts to every attack. Soon, it begins infiltrating the Magi supercomputer, accessing classified data and attempting to trigger NERV's self-destruct protocol. With limited time, Dr. Ritsuko Akagi develops an unconventional countermeasure. She deceives the angel's adaptive behavior by feeding it false data that causes runaway evolution. Unable to stabilize its form, Ireul collapses on a molecular level and self-destructs before completing its hack. Ireul's appearance reveals that not all angels are physical invaders. Some represent technological and biological corruption, symbolizing humanity's own loss of control over science. Leliel. Leliel is the 12th angel and one of the most mysterious in Evangelion. At first, it appears as a floating black and white sphere hovering above Tokyo 3. However, this is not its true body. The sphere is merely a projection. Leliel's actual form is its shadow, a 2-dimensional disc on the ground over 600 meters wide. This shadow acts as a gateway to another dimension, a pocket universe that absorbs anything it touches. When Leliel appears, NERV deploys all 3 Evangelions. Unit 01, piloted by Shinji, attacks the floating sphere, unaware that the real body is beneath it. The shadow opens and swallows the EVA whole, trapping Shinji inside an alternate space with no light, time, or communication. Rei and Asuka's attacks are useless, as Leliel's body absorbs all projectiles instantly. NERV attempts to destroy Leliel by dropping N2 bombs, but nothing pierces its core. Inside the void, Shinji experiences visions and intense introspection, suggesting Leliel may be trying to communicate rather than kill. At the final moment, Unit 01 enters Berserk mode, tearing through Leliel's internal dimension from within. The angel collapses, releasing Unit 01 in a massive explosion. Leliel's behavior implies it possessed consciousness and curiosity, qualities closer to human thought than any previous angel. Bardiel. Bardiel is the 13th angel, and it manifests not as a physical creature, but as an infection. It hides within storm clouds above Japan, and secretly infiltrates Evangelion Unit 03 during activation tests at a nerve branch facility. Once the EVA is powered on, Bardiel takes control of its systems and assimilates its body, transforming Unit 03 into a puppet under its control. When contact with the test site is lost, Nerve classifies Unit 03 as an angel. Asuka's Unit 02 and Rei's Unit 00 are sent to intercept, but are both defeated. The infection spreads through physical contact as a black elastic substance. Rei's unit narrowly avoids being assimilated after Nerve detonates her arm remotely. Shinji, piloting Unit 01, refuses to fight after learning that Toji Suzuhara, his friend, is the test pilot trapped inside the infected EVA. As Bardiel attacks, Gendo overrides Shinji's control and activates the dummy plug system, an autonomous combat mode. Under this system, Unit 01 viciously kills Bardiel, tearing apart Unit 03's limbs, crushing its head, and destroying the entry plug, severely injuring Toji. Bardiel's incident represents both biological horror and moral tragedy, showing the ethical consequences of Nerve's experiments and the dangers of using living weapons. Zeruel. Zeruel is the 14th angel, often called the Arm of God, and is among the strongest angels in the series. It has a bulky, humanoid body, an enormous red core, and long, paper-thin appendages that function as razor-sharp weapons capable of slicing through armored defenses with ease. It can also release powerful energy beams from its eyes, leveling entire city blocks in seconds. Zeruel attacks almost immediately after Bardiel's defeat, leaving Nerve with minimal preparation. It effortlessly destroys Tokyo 3's outer defenses and breaches the geofront. Asuka's Unit 02 is decapitated in moments, and Rei's Unit 00 sacrifices itself by detonating an N2 bomb at point-blank range. Yet the angel survives unscathed. Zeruel then penetrates Nerve headquarters, threatening total annihilation. Shinji finally returns to pilot Unit 01. At first, he struggles, losing one of the EVA's arms in combat. But as Zeruel attacks again, Unit 01 enters Berserk mode, regenerating its arm by tearing off Zeruel's and fusing it to its own body. The EVA's AT field expands, overpowering Zeruel completely. Unit 01 rips the angel apart and devours its core, absorbing its S2 engine, a perpetual energy source that frees it from needing external power. Zeruel's battle marks a major turning point in the story, symbolizing the Evangelion's evolution beyond human control and the beginning of its transformation into something divine. Arael. Arael is the 15th angel, notable for never setting foot on Earth. It appears as a radiant, winged entity composed entirely of light, orbiting high above the atmosphere. Instead of relying on physical power, Arael uses psychic and psychological attacks that directly target the human mind. When it positions itself above Japan, Nerve deploys Asuka in Unit 02 to engage it. However, all her weapons are ineffective at that range. Suddenly, Arael releases a beam of mental energy that penetrates Asuka's consciousness. This forces her to relive her most traumatic memories, her mother's suicide and years of neglect, causing complete emotional collapse. Her synchronization with Unit 02 plummets to zero, rendering her immobile. Fearing contamination, Gendo refuses to send Unit 01. Instead, he orders Rei Ayanami to use the Spear of Longinus, an ancient weapon derived from Lilith's body and capable of piercing any AT field. Rei throws the spear with immense force from Earth's surface, striking Arael's core and destroying it instantly. However, the spear continues traveling and becomes trapped in lunar orbit, making recovery impossible. The loss of the Spear of Longinus has lasting consequences, leaving Nerve unable to stop future threats of similar scale. Armisael. Armisael is the 16th angel, and its form shifts between shapes. Initially, it appears as a glowing halo-like ring that rapidly rotates, later transforming into a thread-like structure that moves with incredible speed. Unlike other angels that attack physically, Armisael seeks fusion. It merges with its targets on a molecular and spiritual level. When it arrives above Tokyo 3, Nerve sends Unit 00 to investigate. The angel suddenly extends a thin filament that pierces Unit 00's core, beginning a forced fusion with Rei Ayanami. As the process continues, Armisael begins to communicate, expressing loneliness and a desire for connection. Rei experiences severe pain as her body and the angel's matter intertwine. Unit 01, piloted by Shinji, intervenes but risks being absorbed as well. Realizing the danger, Rei makes a deliberate choice. She self-destructs Unit 00, pulling Armisael into the explosion to destroy it completely. The blast annihilates much of Tokyo 3, and both Rei and the angel are presumed dead. Moments before detonation, Armisael forms a combined shape resembling all previous angels, suggesting it may have contained their collective essence or sought reunion with them. Tabris, Kaworu Nagisa. Tabris is the 17th and final angel. Known in human form as Kaworu Nagisa, the 5th child sent by the organization SEAL to replace Asuka as a pilot. Unlike other angels, Kaworu is fully humanoid, possessing gray hair, red eyes, and a calm, gentle personality. He quickly forms a bond with Shinji Ikari, showing empathy and understanding rarely seen among humans or angels. Kaworu is unique in that he can manually adjust his synchronization ratio with any Evangelion. He takes control of Unit 02 effortlessly and descends into terminal dogma, seeking what he believes to be Adam, the progenitor of his kind. Upon arrival, he discovers that the being crucified there is Lilith, not Adam. In that instant, he understands that humanity, the Lilin, are Lilith's offspring and therefore the rightful inheritors of Earth. Choosing compassion over instinct, Kaworu allows Shinji to decide his fate. Realizing that humanity cannot coexist with angels, Kaworu asks to be killed. After a long hesitation, Shinji crushes him using Unit 01's hand, marking one of the most emotionally devastating moments in the series. Kaworu's death concludes the sequence of angel encounters and solidifies the tragic link between humanity and the divine beings they fought to destroy.